Right, I'm basically recording, so the purpose of this video is that you may well have seen basically that I do have another channel, but this is going on to my brand new channel because it's all about Peterborough FM. It's a radio station based in Peterborough, community radio station. We have a range of programs and people that come to do training and volunteering work at the radio station. And I thought it would be a good idea to post this video because basically at this moment in time we're now on the third day of our 28-day RSL licence. Yes, we're going on air for basically 28 days on the RSL. We do actually go on air all the time during the year, but most of the time it's through the online medium, so you can't get us on the FM. But for 28 days during as of Saturday, as it was, the previous Saturday that's just gone, we are on air, 87.7, so if you're living in the Peterborough area, make sure you can tune in. There might be some problems though with the aerial sometimes, because you don't always get a good reception, but I don't know how it is for some people, but I know on my radio that I've checked sometimes, it's a bit, you know, not always a good clear sound, but as long as I get it a little bit and I can hear it enough to, you know, then fair enough. And I thought it would be a good idea to basically talk a little bit about it, because basically I want everybody to just tune in. Now, I don't know whether everybody reads my comments on Facebook. I myself don't listen to the radio that much. No, I work for radio. I've been a radio DJ. I've always wanted to be one, and I work for a radio station. Yeah, I'm proud of that. I'm very happy for that. But I don't always listen to radio because I have a lot of CDs and I'm always going through YouTube and things, and I buy CDs and I listen to them. And really, I guess some people say, why not? Why don't you listen to radio? I don't know why, but when I do listen to radio, usually I do pop quizzes on Radio 2, Pop Master. I enjoy listening to that. And many times, sometimes I listen to a few soul shows maybe here and there sometimes, every now and again, or I basically just listen to a radio station in America that play country music, because in case people are wondering, but sadly I couldn't do my country show on this RSL broadcasting, which is very sad in my opinion, because I know it's hard to choose between country and soul music, but I'm not saying this is ever going to happen to myself. I'm not saying this is ever going to happen, but country music is a big part of my life. In fact, I'll probably spend a little bit more time now thinking about country music. I mean, I'm not saying I'm ever going to stop listening to other music just so I can concentrate on country music, but a lot of times I do have a big fascination about country music, particularly the modern stuff. And it goes so, I get so wrapped up in it that I never think about anything else. And there are many times when I play loads of country songs, I really do, and I really get into it, and I just don't bother with any other kind of music. And to be honest, I don't like losing any show. I like doing both, but it's very hard because because the hard thing is, if I had to choose one show and it had to be country or soul, I probably lean towards country music. But then when I'm playing it, I might think, well, now I regret not doing the soul show because that's exactly what I love. But there you go. Sometimes I would lean towards the country music a little bit because of the way it is, but basically but then at the end of the day, as I said, I like all music, so sometimes I just get a fascination about country music, and then it all, you know, but I do like all types of music, in case you're wondering. But yeah, I don't normally listen to the radio as such as some people, and I guess I should really be listening to the radio station, particularly Peterborough FM, because I work for that radio station, so people would assume that maybe I should be listening to it, you know, and not going off anywhere else and listening to another radio station. Maybe so, but then again, if it's not the radio that I'm listening to, there is basically the medium that I have my, because I'm listening to things on YouTube, and of course CDs. I'm always buying CDs, so I need to listen to them. There's no point buying a CD and just leaving it somewhere and not playing it. So I guess I need to be sitting there when I'm on my laptop or whatever, and I can sit here and I can put a few CDs on in a row and, you know, listen to the ones that I buy, you know, and they do come in handy possibly in the future for something. Who knows? But yeah, so in case you, but yeah, let's make sure that if you're out there, you're watching this, and hopefully you are in tune to Peterborough FM, and of course there are many shows on their diversity. I can't obviously be biased and say that there's only one good show than anybody else, because we all got our own identity on the shows. It actually started with Rupert Nicholson. He started it all off, the ball rolling. Graham did it before that, but Rupert Nicholson did it this week. Started the ball rolling for our 28-day RSL. We have already had some DJs who have done their first show, so we've still got a whole week ahead. I'm almost near the end, so by the time we get to Friday, it's going to be like, well, there's the week gone, and that I'm near the end. I think Julian or somebody else after him will be doing it. And by that point, we know that everybody's done their first show on the RSL. I don't think there's any, and we often have been questioned about whether or not you play your best records on the RSL. Well, I don't. I don't think that's any reason to really face it, because it's like saying that, yeah, you're going to get more listeners, but should we be playing the best songs just because we're going on FM? Surely, if they like that music and they've been listening before, they wouldn't need to worry about what I'm playing over the RSL. And I always have 5 weeks in advance. I've actually got 6 weeks music stored already just for the first hour of my soul show, literally. I've got a list of songs that I'm going to be playing. I'm so far wrapped up in advance on that one, it's unbelievable. Even with the Northern Soul section, I can be 6 weeks, you know, in advance. Any requests can come in, but it'd be like I would have to take a record out of me scheduling that I've already got, because I've already got me, you know, and I've always been doing that. And so yeah, there is going to be some good program. I don't know. I can't really say who's going to have the best kind of show. I don't know, but I do know one person on the station who might be close to it being the #1 show, and that is Paul Newman. Now, I know we don't want to big him up too much, but the reason I say that is because it's a bit like my old show that I used to have on the radio, the Music Issue, where I played everything, and that's what Paul Newman is all about. Paul Newman is not this DJ who comes on and plays all his favourite records. It's about you, and that's the good thing about it, because it's the most diverse music that you possibly get. Anybody can request a song, and Paul Newman has to find it. Now, if he can't find it, obviously, then he's stuck. But he finds almost anything, even with the help of myself. When I've got a record I want playing, he'll play it. And he does that to everybody, basically. I don't think there's really any limit to what he plays. I mean, you can't play songs with swearing in it, obviously, for obvious reasons. But other than that, the 99% of music out there, he can play. And it will go into that show. I don't know what he's like. And I assume he would have to do it, because there's no point having somebody request a song that might be all sung in German by some German singer from the 60s, and him going, I can't play it because it's sung in German. He would have to play it, because that's what the request is all about. It's about us picking that song. And some people might pick well-known hits that we all know and love. Somebody might pick something obscure. And that's what's so good about that show, because he gets the request going in, and it's about yourself. You have that request, whether it's for you or somebody that you love, or whoever. He does that medium show, and it's a great thing to do. He does it on a Tuesday, basically, and that's where he gets the people involved, and he tries to get as many requests as he possibly can for that week. And if there's any left over, they go the following week. You know, you can have a song requested every week if you wish. I don't personally, because who needs to? Why do you want to play a song? Why do you want a song requested every week? You know, but having one requested every couple of weeks maybe would be the norm. But there will always be people that say, I haven't had a request before. And yes, it's good, because you do that. You can actually say, that's what it's all about. It's all about having this thing, and it's a good thing. That's how my old show used to be. It was never a request show, but it was always about the most diverse range of music, being able to play something that was, you know, you never knew what come next. And the same thing would actually happen when you do it with basically the request, because the first song that Paul Newman played might not be a request, it might be one of his own choices, but you can guarantee that a request will come up, whether it's somebody wanted to hear Lady Gaga, and yet somebody might say, I fancy hearing an indie band, an obscure indie band from the 90s, you know, and it'll do that. It'll go from that to that, and it'll go from wherever he basically the same songs. So there you go. So yeah, hopefully Peterborough FM will do well over the RSL. We are not the only radio station locally that's been on RSL, but we hope to be the best that goes on there, and hopefully we get all our listeners tuned in, and we do the medium of trying to promote it as and where we can. Once we've been on RSL, we're going to go back to the online, so if we get any people that basically listen on FM and they can have access to a computer, hopefully they'll still tune into the radio station after the RSL. The shows that were before the RSL, we're hoping to bring them all back, so hopefully our Country Show will come back, me and Anthony Giggle's Country Show, and then hopefully one day we're going to get a full-time licence, and by that point we have to have a good fully working schedule, a proper one. Don't fancy having shows being cut off or that, just for that. We need to make sure that we have in place all of our shows, which include that me and Dick will still do the Country Show, I do my solo show, and everybody else does all their shows, and then we go on full time, and then you know how it is after that. But there you go. So hope you've enjoyed that. I'm gonna obviously post on my other channel sometime soon, but other than that, that's all about the Peterborough FM, where we're going on the RSL, or we're on the RSL, so tune in to Peterborough FM every day on the 87.7 or online at www.peterborough.fm. Bye for now.